Hallo Leute, willkommen. Ich möchte mich Ihnen vorstellen. Mein Name ist Muhammad Ashar. Ich komme aus Indonesia und wohne in Tangerang. Ich bin 18 Jahre alt. Ich bin Student an der UIN Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. Friends, have you ever been learning Germany but had difficulty on the pronounce? Mempunyai kesulitan dalam pronunciasi dalam Jerman, like kata Schule. Mengapa ada titik dua di atas huruf U? Huruf apa sih itu? How do you read them? Then there are letters combinations like EU, EI, ER, and then how do you read them? But before that, I want to introduce the German alphabet itself. Actually, the German alphabet is almost the same, like the English alphabet. But the only pronunciations, hanya pronunciasi yang berbeda antara Jerman dan English. Let's start from A, B, C, D, E. Untuk huruf E, have two pronunciations like E or E. Jadi punya dua cara pelafalan. Dan ketika apa sih perbedaan itu muncul? Jadi E dibaca E jika huruf E ini berada di awal kata atau di tengah kata. Kayak misalnya contoh kata Entschuldigung, itu dibacanya sebagai E, Entschuldigung, artinya excuse me, Entschuldigung. Nah, jika E-nya di belakang kata kayak kalimat Katze yang artinya kucing atau cat, itu dibacanya sebagai Katze. Next, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Untuk huruf S juga punya dua cara pelafalan kayak huruf E, tapi kalau S di awal kata atau di tengah kata itu biasanya dibaca sebagai kayak mirip Z. Contoh katanya kayak sieben. Itu artinya 7, angka 7. Sieben itu dibacanya sebagai Z di awal kata. Berbeda dengan jika di akhir kata kayak shush, itu yang artinya bye, itu dibacanya tetap S bukan Z. Shush. The next, T, U, V, V, X, Epsilon, Z. After the letters above, in Germany, there are also letters combinations, like yang tadi disebutin kayak Schule. Kenapa sih ada dua titik di atas huruf U? Huruf apa sih itu? And then in here, I want to tell you guys, huruf apa sih itu? Dan gimana sih cara bacanya? The first is A umlaut. We can read as like A and E. So I. So we first like E. The example words like bispada. And next is O umlaut. We can read it like O and E. The word is example like schön. Jean is meaning like beautiful, beautiful in English. Beautiful. Jean. Jean. And next is U umlaut. Like we can write like U and E. Ue. The example like München. 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 München is one of city in Germany. München. München. And then there are also letters like look beta symbols. Is the name is fat. For example, words like hive. In English, the meaning is hot. In English, hot. In Germany, like hive. In Germany, there are also letters combinations that pronunciations are different from their spelling, such as er, eu, ei. Okay, the first is combinations from e and l. We can read like example words like auf Wiedersehen. The er dibaca kayak a. Bukan wieder, bukan feeder, tapi but vida. Auf Wiedersehen. And next it's combinations from e and u. We can read it in Germany like oi. The example words like neun. In English like nine, sembilan. Neun. Eu we can read like oi, neun. Banyak juga yang salah mengira pada nama seorang sepak bola, yaitu Manuel Neuer. Itu kan tulisannya kayak Neuer. Itu sebenarnya bukan kayak Manuel Neuer, tapi Manuel Neuer. Karena ada EU-nya dibaca seperti oi, dan ER dibaca seperti A. Manuel Neuer. Banyak yang salah kaprah dalam pelafalan, jadi kayak Manuel Neuer. Padahal kalau di Jerman, Manuel Neuer. Next is combinations from E and E. You can read it like I. E, it's I. The example words is like nine in Germany, not nine in English, right? Bukan 9, tapi nine in Germany like no, tidak. Nine in Germany like nine, not nine, but nine. And next combinations from the E and E, we can read like just E. The example in Germany like Spiele. In English the word is meaning a play, bermain. Spiele. Next is S, C, and H. Usually in Germany it's like Scha. The example like Schwester. It's meaning like sister. Schwester. SCH itu dibaca kayak Scha. Schwester. And next there C and H. We can read like ha. In Arabic like ha. Example words like koche. It's meaning like cook in English, memasak. memasak. Kochen. And after we learn the German alphabet, additional letters like A umlaut, O umlaut, U umlaut, and letters combinations like ER, EI, EU. And now let's try to practice the example what I give. Klein, Klavier, Schauspieler, Speisekarte, Margot Reus, Joshua Kimmich, Nico Schlotterbeck, Sean, München. Hey, how many did you get right? Let's try comment in the comment column. How many did you get right from 10 examples what I give? Let's go. Okay, in our daily lives, we often interact with people, whether it's important or tidak penting sekalipun. We definitely talk about them using our everyday words. So, are there everyday words or language in Germany? Of course ada, tentunya juga ada di Jerman juga. Especially if you are just getting now to someone you don't know. And here I want to introduce words that we often say every day, like just greeting first like Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend. Guten Morgen is like good morning, but in German kayak punya jam-jam tertentu untuk mengucapkan Guten Morgen itu sendiri. Kayak kalau Guten Morgen itu di Jerman biasanya diucapkan ketika dari jam 6 pagi sampai jam 11 siang. And then Guten Tag itu good afternoon, selamat siang. Itu biasanya diucapkan ketika jam menunjukkan pada jam 11 siang sampai jam 6 sore. And then Guten Abend in English like good evening, selamat sore, dan diucapkan ketika jam mulai dari jam 6 sampai jam 6 sore sampai jam 12 malam. Seperti itu. Di Jerman mempunyai kayak keunikan tersendiri lah buat mengucapkan jam itu. Kayak kalau Guten Morgen tadi dari jam 6 sampai jam 11, Guten Tag dari jam 11 sampai jam 6 sore, dan Guten Abend dari jam 6 sore sampai jam 12 malam. And then if we want to ask for how are you in Germany, like in Germany, like we give and we can answer like es geht is I'm alright, saya baik-baik aja. And bisa juga pakai sehr gut, itu artinya sangat baik, very good, sehr gut. And then bisa juga sehr nett, very nice. Jika orang berterima kasih kepada kita, biasanya kita mengucapkan kayak you are welcome. But in Germany like bitte schön atau gern geschehen. After we get to know some everyday vocabulary in Germany, I also just remember when we interact with new people, it is impossible for us to know that person right away. We must introduce ourselves to each other so that we get to know each other. Now, I want to introduce the usual way of introduction when getting acquainted, starting from the name, place of residence, age, and current status. Okay, let's start with an open greeting like hello, and then tell me you want introduce myself. Like ich möchte mich ihnen vorstellen. It's like let me introduce myself, like that. And then you can tell your name, like my Name is blah blah blah. Example for myself, like my name is Muhammad Farid Ashar. And but if you girl, you can use not you cannot use mine, but mine additional letter of a in at the end of words. Mine, not mine. Mine is for boy, and mine for girl, like that. My name is Muhammad Farid Ashar, and then if mine name is example like city. My name is city blah blah blah, like that. And then ich komme aus blah blah blah. Ich komme aus is like I came from. You came from where? Where you came from? I came from Indonesia. Example, Indonesia. So ich komme aus Indonesia. Und wohne in like I live in. Saya tinggal di mana? I live in Tangerang. And then ich bin 18 Jahre alt. Ich bin 18 Jahre alt. 18 is my age. 18 is in English like 18. And Jahre alt is like years old. I am 18 years old. Ich bin 18 Jahre alt. Like that, you know. And then ich bin student an der UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. Ich bin ein Student an der UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. And if you girl, you can use studentin. Ich bin Studentin an der UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. But di Jerman kata student ini kan kalau di Inggris kalau student itu buat kayak ya murid aja gitu, murid biasa. Kalau mahasiswa di Inggris ya college student. Tapi kalau di Jerman kalau student itu biasanya bisa dibilang dipakai buat kayak mahasiswa kampus gitu. Kalau kalau siswa SD, SMP, SMA itu pakainya Schüler itu artinya murid. Schüler atau Schülerin buat cewek, buat girls. For girls is Schülerin. For boy is Schüler. Like that. After I introduce myself, now I want your turn to introduce yourself in the comments column. Let me know so I can get to know you to who watch me in this video. Okay, come on, let's comment. Okay, maybe that's just enough from me for the end of this video. If there are any shortcoming of errors in my pronunciations, you can correct them in the comments column, right? So that we can both know which one is correct. I hope the material what I present can be useful for those of you who are studying German like me or not. Even if you are just curious, but thank you for watching this video. I hope you can implement the material that I provide in your daily life. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the Flat Language UKM channel. Danke, bis später.